Struggling dad fixes woman's car in rain. Hours later, she decides his fate in court. They say the most important moments in your life don't arrive with a warning. They sneak in, where in the face of a stranger and the timing of a curse. Rain hammered the windshield of Gabriel Lane's pickup as he swerved to avoid a pothole on Interstate 78. His wipers thumped rhythmically, but nothing could clear the fog clouding his thoughts. A bead of sweat, despite the storm's chill, slid down the back of his neck. He checked the clock again. 3:01 p.m. He was officially late. Lily's school let out at 2:55 sharp. It wasn't the first time he'd missed it. And this time, there were consequences waiting far heavier than an upset teacher or a disappointed 8-year-old. This time, his ex-wife Mallory had made herself clear. One more missed pickup, Gabe, and I'll file for full custody. He cursed under his breath, pressing harder on the gas as the rain deepened into a curtain of silver. Then he saw it, a silver Mercedes SUV, stranded on the shoulder. Hazard lights blinked in panic. A woman in a black trench coat stood next to it, arms crossed, her phone held skyward like she was praying for a signal. Behind the window, a dog barked, shaky, nervous, frantic. Every instinct told Gabe to drive past. He had more important things to worry about. But he didn't, because 3 years ago, Gabe and Lily had been the ones stuck on a rain-drenched road, watching car after car rush by without so much as a glance. And when Lily asked, "Why won't anyone help us, Daddy?" he hadn't known how to answer. So now, when he saw the woman slump against her car door in helpless frustration, he flicked on his signal and pulled over. "Need a hand?" he called out as he stepped into the storm, his mechanic's boots sinking into the roadside mud. The woman turned. She was maybe late 30s, early 40s. Sharp cheekbones, sharp eyes, sharp energy. She didn't smile. "Battery's dead, and my dog's losing it." Gabe peeked into the car. A golden retriever barked incessantly, eyes wild with fear. Storm freaks him out? He won't stop shaking. "I'm trying to get to a hearing downtown. Courtroom B." She paused, eyeing his oil-stained flannel. "Can you help?" Pop the hood. He had a battery charger in the back. If he worked fast, he could still make it. But the rain was unrelenting, the kind that drowned time. The dog, Max, she said, kept howling. Gabe dug through his tool chest, and then through Lily's school bag in the back seat, her emergency snack pack, an almond bar. As he fixed the battery, he tossed the dog bits of it to the cracked window, all while the storm roared like a freight train above them. By the time the engine sputtered back to life, Gabe was soaked, shaking, and 20 minutes late. "Thank you," the woman said, wiping the fog from her windshield. "You just saved my case. I'm Judge Keating, Family Division." Gabe froze. Judge, Family Court. She was the one presiding over Lily's custody hearing next week. She didn't recognize him, but she would, and that would change everything. 10 days later, Gabe sat in the fluorescent-lit hallway of Fulton County Family Courthouse. His tie, a birthday gift from Lily, felt like a noose. His palms were raw from scrubbing motor grease off the night before. Across from him, Mallory sat with her lawyer, hair sleek, heels sharp. Her new husband, Brett, a corporate consultant who'd never changed a diaper in his life, waited beside them. Picture-perfect suburban power couple. And Gabe, a small-town mechanic with a one-bedroom apartment, working nights to stay afloat. The court doors opened. Carter versus Carter. The clerk called. Gabe stood, heart pounding. And then she walked in. Judge Eleanor Keating. Black robes. Composed face. He saw the flicker. The near miss of recognition. She looked right at him. For one breath. Two. Then nothing. Blank professionalism. Courtroom B. Same room she'd rushed to that rainy day. And he'd made her late. Was that bad or good? He sat. Sarah, his pro bono attorney, leaned over. Stay calm. Let me handle the arguments. Just be honest. Mallory's lawyer started first. Charts. Schedules. The big house in Brookstone Hills. private school applications, stability, structure, Brett's six-figure income. Then came Gabe. Sarah laid out the truth. Gabe's apartment was small, but 5 blocks from Lily's school. He cooked every meal, did hair braids every Tuesday, built a custom bookshelf with Lily for her favorite books. When asked about the late pickup, Gabe told the truth. There was a storm, he said. Someone was stranded. I helped. I was late, but I helped. No names, no theatrics, just the truth. And Judge Keating listened. Then came the final twist. Lily took the stand privately with the judge. She told her about the pancakes Gabe made, the treasure hunts they played on Wednesdays, the toolbox she called the daddy pack, and how she hoped the court wouldn't make her see him less. Judge Keating called a recess. 20 minutes later, she returned, expression unreadable. Custody will remain joint, she announced, with one additional overnight awarded to Mr. Lane each week. Mallory's jaw clenched, but Gabe didn't move. Then Judge Keating said, "Some lessons in character can't be taught in a classroom or measured by income. Sometimes they appear when you least expect them, like on a rainy road, in the middle of a storm, when no one is watching." Only then did she look directly at Gabe. She remembered, she knew, and she chose justice anyway. Outside, the rain had stopped, and somewhere behind him, a dog barked, once, as if to say, "Good job."